Good evening, everybody. It's 9 o'clock-ish. It's Friday night. Welcome to What's on Joe Mind TeamStream. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing?
I'm great. I'm your co-host.
Yeah. With me, as you can see there, is our co-host, former head of marketing for the G.I. Joe brand at Hasbro. It's the Hot Show, Mark Weber.
That's right, baby. Survive and advance, and may the odds be ever in your favor, baby. Here I am. The undisputed number 2. Vice president, as it were.
You'll have to fight it out.
Ah! Curses!
The queen of G.I. Joe cosplay is here.
Hi, guys.
Man.
Sneaking in just a little bit late tonight, are we?
Yes, I just made it home and ran up the stairs, opened the laptop, pressed the TeamStream, and I was sat down. I was like, I'm ready. And the music was going on, so I was like,
I had literally just hit the button when your window popped up. So
timing
there would not have been any. I sure hope that all the stuff that you're planning to share is technically sound.
Normally, I'm so happy to see Joe Colton, but today it was like my fiendish plan was one step closer to fruition. And now I got to back to the drawing board. Fine.
It's all right. You're a clever guy, Mark Weber. You'll figure out the
plan. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Your little dog.
Just wait.
It's gonna happen.
Lots of surprises coming in this episode. I guarantee it.
I think the honcho can sell you a dog.
You want a dog? Peas everywhere.
She can poop and run at the same time.
Right?
Skill.
This is the kind of night we're having tonight right here. Ready? Let's see if it'll show up on the camera. Yeah, dog. Woo.
You're enough of a lightweight that could have you tipsy right away.
See that right there under the draught? That's an honorary Pat Tillman pint from Rula Bula in Tempe. PT 42.
There. Rob throws in there. Poor Mark, always a Starscream, never a Megatron.
Yeah, right. What is that? What is this, bad comedy?
Do we have to ban our moderator for talking robots?
Oh yeah, look at that. Thought he was being all clever. Now he gets Joe Colton's boot in his ass. Get out of here with that robot talk.
Robots not needed.
What about Borg?
They are technically human.
That's
a stretch. You might say they're not robot, but they ain't human, are they?
Well, they've got
cyborg.
Yes, they've got.
It's the least clever thing in Star Trek. Come on, man.
That could be true. Just the naming of it is kind of.
Yeah, that's not a nitpick on the Borg. I think the Borg are great. Makes for some of the best storytelling in Next Generation, but clever? No.
Yeah, when they were batting that around the name store meeting, and they're like, okay, it's this totally evil cyborg race, but we got to come up with a new name for them. What do we want to go with, boys and girls?
Borg.
How about Borg? Sounds kind of Borging to me, if you ask me, but whatever.
Got a hive mind, just really one consciousness. Well, we can't call him Dave. Let's call it Borg. Better.
So
good one, Gene.
Right. And some intern throws up his hand and it's like, how about Cybo? And they're like, shut up, man. That's terrible. It's not any worse, but.
So if you're with us tonight on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, give a like to our video, leave a comment down below. It all helps us get into the YouTube algorithms a little bit. If you're watching us on Facebook, go ahead and react to the video somehow. Give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us the little huggy guy. Anything is fine, really. We just want to feel like we're here. Oh God, she went out again.
Man.
So anyways,
I guess now we are Borg.
Yeah.
Okay.
whoever it was that hit the YouTube thing right there and gave us a thumbs up, kicked Joe Colton out.
That's a lot of power. Ah! Look
Good
at that.
Lord.
What are we drinking?
She turned off her camera.
Dry.
Why did you turn off the camera? We know what you're gonna do.
Oh, I didn't want you guys to see that.
To see what?
I wanted to be professional and just turn
So
it off.
you turned off your camera you turned off your camera midstream to be professional?
Are you not wearing pants? I mean,
No, I'm wearing pants.
Sure. I would figure you were just out.
And shoes. I'm still wearing my shoes.
She has all of her shoes and glasses with her, so she will have them.
Goodness. So, anyways, Joe Colton, you've been gone most of the last, and she's gone again. No, she's been gone most of the last.
I'm here. I can't go.
This show.
Thank God. I was worried you'd get hit by that train.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm here.
So we're gonna blame Charlie Garrison for that one.
Yes.
Lot of power. A lot of power, G.
Charlie Garrison, he's responsible enough to wield that kind of power.
Is he?
He is. I feel that way about very few of our regulars because they are all insane. But Charlie Garrison can wield that power.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
So, Joe Colton, you've been gone most of the last, year at this point? I don't even know anymore.
It's not been that long.
We know where she was, though, because there's photographic evidence all over the Facebook.
Yeah.
You missed 4 out of 5 episodes. Thankfully, we did have you in for mail call, and we had you in for the news break. And that's good because the news break is like the thing that people have watched the most on our channel. So are you happy that I had you in for that one after all?
Yes.
Huh? Right? So that people actually believe you're on the show.
Ha ha ha.
It was our seminal moment.
Something like that. I'm glad.
I mean, if we hadn't have done that, what would other people have talked about for the last month?
Right? How many other hits would they have gotten with their own material?
And there's Snake Eyes movie review. Hey, we're back this week. It still sucked.
That's not fair because we did a Snake Eyes movie review that was pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, well,
It sucked.
I gave it a B-, but whatever.
it's the kindest B- ever.
It really was. I'm sliding further and further off of that
Man.
B- as time goes on. But
You're getting to be the huggy grandpa
I am.
of what's on Joe mind.
I am. It's all the time. It's all the time.
You gave Valor versus Venom an A-.
No, I didn't.
Just saying.
No, Spy Troops.
Dr. Link Talbot, Ninja Battles. Whoa. That's a hard watch, man. Hard watch.
That was a hard watch when it came out.
Brand new, that was a hard watch, yeah. It was on DVD, but I was like, shouldn't this be on Betamax? Like, ugh.
So, Joe Colton, where were you last weekend?
I was at DragonCon.
Hey, and now for our group of folks who sit at home every Friday night and watch us on YouTube rather than go out and have a social life, why don't you explain what DragonCon is?
So DragonCon is like the mecca of nerddom, as I like to call it. You basically, it has everything from like panels on leather making to NASA panels to cooking classes to building stuff out of like metal or foam or whatnot. And then, I don't know, like tons of stuff. And then there's also like the cosplay, and there's like, it's like a regular con, but there's 5 host hotels, and each hotel has its own like theme where like in the Sheraton, it's like the sci-fi track, the Trek track, the Doctor Who track. In the Westin, it's the gaming panel. In the Hilton, there's like a lot of photo shoots and science, and the celebrities are in the Marriott, which is like the main hotel, and people come and show their costumes off and whatnot. So
my interpretation of this, having never been,
Okay.
but having been a friend of yours for some time now,
Yes.
this is pretty well the yearly end-all be-all show for dedicated cosplayers.
Yes.
This is where you're all trying to get to every year.
Yes. And like show your best things. Like your best costumes that you've done and your best everything. Like
So if
panelists. Sorry?
I was going to say, if you had a big, new, maybe expensive costume that you were working on, this would usually be the target for the debut?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Joe Colton, why don't you take us through your 2021 DragonCon experience?
So I did pull up a couple of photos, but I wanted to chat through it first. So the con actually is like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday. So it's like all of the long weekend. But we usually end up going there Wednesday and starting our photo shoots on Wednesday. And so then you get your photo shoots. And then like photo shoots are throughout the weekend, but I do outside photo shoots as well. So
these are the photo shoots where you are creating the photos that you post all over your social media that our fans are finding and downloading and saying, hey, that's great, and writing you creepy letters from Losertown.
Yes. So some of them do that. Yes. I haven't done like a creepy one in a while.
What?
So, yeah.
Well,
I got the one where he was like very like asking me like
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't give away the material. That's still something that we're going to do separate.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Letters from Losertown will be a thing.
Right. In no way am I insinuating that you're losing your fastball. I'm just saying that the weeks that maybe you weren't on the program have hurt your overall visibility, right? And so now we can look forward to a resurgence in creepy correspondence.
I guess, yes.
Yeah. So, hey, whoever you are out there, step your game up. Get your creep on.
I don't know if that's a good thing that you're saying.
I don't know.
It's always funny with that because we're always caught in that weird space in between of rooting for new material or just not wanting to put you through it. But being as we haven't done one of those in a year because somebody keeps ducking the recording.
Well, I don't have
You know what? All these creeps in the pandemic, they probably haven't had as much free time, you know? They're probably not at home just going through the internet for 20 hours a day.
Yes.
They could just they could be using that time online to order more basement cots. Or more giant cans of baked beans to supply their sellers with.
He's installing the magic fingers on the basement cot, you know, to really impress the ladies.
Got that eggshell foam, you know.
Right.
Reading.
Sure.
So Joe Colton, you took off. You're in Atlanta for DragonCon. Atlanta's the home of DragonCon every year.
Every year.
So you took off on Wednesday.
Yes. Oh, we got there on Wednesday afternoon at lunch. Got into the hotel, and then this year the group decided we are going to eat together and at least have a meal.
Who's your landing party?
My landing party is obviously the wrist lock, who we try not to have drive unless absolutely necessary because he drives like a grandma. Margaret, also known as Maggie, and William. So this year we took 2 cars, and we had me and Maggie driving in one, and William and Wes driving in another.
Doesn't William drive poorly, as I remember?
He drives, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just saying, it looks like you put your 2 most competent driving professionals, especially given your Fast and the Furious background,
yes,
in the same vehicle.
Yes, but I needed I needed them to so they wanted to split us up, but we decided no instead because they would put me and Maggie driving at the same time, and then we would slow the caravan down because them two would then be driving together. Except that one would probably have explosions behind him.
I'm with this logic.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So we put them two together, and so Maggie and I were driving together. So she drove first, and then I drove, and so they had to keep up. So
right,
you were they couldn't be reckless.
You were always the lead dog, right?
Yeah.
And the boys have to keep up or get lost.
Yeah.
Literally.
They got ahead of us like a couple times, but it was okay.
Okay, so we got to Atlanta with all of our limbs intact.
Yes. We unloaded like 4 carts full of stuff, including food. And then we went to CVS, picked up supplies that we would need for the rest of the week, and then got back, relaxed, walked around. Then we went and walked around like some of the hotels to see who was in, and then ate dinner. And then I had a shoot for Batman.
Do you have a photo that you're going to share of Batman?
I am trying to share it. How do I share here?
What's the
share? You want to hit that, and then it'll ask you what you want to share.
Yeah. What's the correct way to refer to this? Do you just say Batman? Because obviously it's not Batwoman, because Batwoman is a totally different character. If somebody said female Batman, is that a slap on some level because it's feeling like you have to describe it? What's the best way? Is this just Batman?
Yeah. So
just Batman.
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Fearsome.
So this is so I did a female version of Batman from Justice League.
It probably would have been more terrifying had you done a male version of Batman.
It would have been. I wouldn't know how to hide the boobs.
I'm saying you'd have to wear a lot of muscle padding,
right,
to make that the overall torso thing work. But okay,
just kind of push them up into pecs.
Yeah, it's probably painful. I'm pretty sure it's painful. So I did this for like 2 hours. I didn't stand in this position, but this is the first photo I got from my shoots, and they're now trickling in.
Did it make you punch the floor like that?
Yes, it did. I actually, this is a very uncomfortable position. I'm actually leaning forward with one, so my back leg is really back, and my front leg is out to the side, and I have to like sort of turn, and then I've got 2 people holding my cape up because I didn't have dowels to lift the cape up. Also, the position I needed to do the superhero landing, but it doesn't always work properly. So this is a very uncomfortable position.
That isn't the left fist critical for balance in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm like holding my breath. They're like scowl. I'm like, you're lucky that I'm not falling over.
No, I bet after a little while they didn't have to tell you to scowl at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And so for this one, it was really weird. There was a bicycle group, like bicyclists. There was like about 50 of them that pulled up, took pictures, and then wanted a group picture with me as Batman.
Okay.
In the middle of Atlanta. So this sculpture, or like it's like there's arches, like 4 sides of, and they're all arches. So this is right on the main street of Atlanta, and so they wanted to get me away from it and then take pictures with them. It was very strange and also like really, really cool. Then I had 2 police cars show up and cops screaming out of the window saying, "We really would like your help." I started laughing, and they were like, "No, we're serious. Could you please just like do the vigilante thing and clean up the city?"
Nice.
So,
Joe, was this shot in the daytime and then darkened behind you, or was it shot later at night?
Night. This was done at like this one was probably around 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been shooting for like 2 hours, and then I had one photographer start and then another one join in, and so I had two shoots going on at the same time.
Okay, looks great.
Thank you. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, and then
That cape looks really weathered. Did it come pre-weathered?
it did not. So Maggie and I, we lit it on fire.
I thought there was a court order prohibiting that.
Right?
There is not. There is not.
What's that feel like when the signature irreplaceable part of your biggest new costume is about to be lit on fire?
It's very terrifying.
Gotta imagine.
Yes, it's very terrifying, and also like it kept putting itself out, and
Because it's a bat cape.
Why would Batman have a flammable cape?
I don't know, but I was like, please light on fire. Like I just need to burn holes in it. And so like I would keep it like lit for like keep the lighter lit, and then we used matches, and then it was not cool. It would not light.
So
It had to be. Go ahead, Mike.
After 2 hours of weathered Batman, what do we do next?
We went and had food.
Did you
In costume?
Did you
No, I got out of it.
in Batman costume?
I was also sweating because the photographer's equipment almost fell, and it's like $5,000. So I kind of like panicked, adrenaline rush, and then I was sweating the rest of the time. So I got out of it finally. It was fine. Went and ate, and then went to bed, and then woke up, and I wore. Hold on, I need to start sharing again.
Seems like a loss not ordering a Big Mac in a Batman costume.
Yes. Or saying to the waiter, "What do you mean there's no poutine?"
I mean,
come on.
I guess I could. No. Hold on. Share. This is so like confusing. Hold on. I'm trying to share. Hold on.
I'll have a whiskey double for both my slain parents.
Okay. Are you seeing my screen? Is it
No.
sharing? It's
No.
not sharing.
No.
Why isn't it sharing?
Because you're not good at this.
Because you're selfish.
Hold on.
That's
Not responding.
Because you needed to be here 20 minutes before we started.
Stop it.
What's the difference? What's the difference between Joe Colton and a lobster?
I don't know.
Lobsters are shellfish. Hey!
Ooh.
That is
Come on.
sort
I made
of.
that up.
Can you guys see me at least?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
My screen is frozen now.
No. Hold still. No. Tilt your chin up just a little bit. We can see. No, down. Stop. We can see the reflection of your screen in your glasses.
Do you see? It's just all white. I can't even see you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No. That all white blurry thing. That's
Yeah.
my head. That's my head.
Yeah. It's not.
Mark's he's real up close. He's up tight in the camera.
I can't. All I see is you frozen, Mike.
Oh, that's terrible. That's not good at all.
Hold on. Let me get out and come back in.
If I had a nickel.
That's not right.
Depends on who you ask, actually.
Okay. This isn't good at all.
Meanwhile, look at this. Wait, I got filler. How come it's blinking like that? That's scaring me.
I don't know.
It's like the worst brutal chest cut in the strobe light we've ever seen. Look at that thing. Oh my God.
It's like Superman combined with Pokemon. It's just.
That was so bad.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Okay, wait, it's better now. Well, the chest cut still is god awful.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible.
This is a new segment called What I Didn't Get In. Look at this piece of garbage. I don't even know who made this. It might be my friends, actually. McFarlane Toys, but this is made by our friends at Crap E Toys with their signature Crap E torso articulation.
Slagging on your old comrades in the industry.
This is so bad. Joe, don't be distracted by this. I'm sorry I showed it.
This is what is that?
It's the worst chest cut ever.
It's so like bumpy.
So bad.
Rack Time Rob agrees.
See?
They really are, though.
They're the guys that did it so right, though, on some of their Fortnite stuff.
No,
Like, come on, guys. I'm rooting for you.
not good.
So, Joe Colton, what are we going to attempt to share this time?
Okay, let's try this one more time. Did it do it? Yeah. Okay. Now can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at that.
So that's my golden Wonder Woman in armor.
Look at the chest cut. It's fantastic.
Right below the boob. And
Almost seamless.
And if you look here, not that I need to show you that, but like there is a connection that goes halfway up my boob. So if I bend backwards, it's still boob.
Well, it's still armor.
It's still armor, yes.
Let's be very clear here.
I did not expect tonight's discussion to center on Joe Colton's underboob. I have to admit that. I did not expect that to happen.
Tomorrow we'll have 1,500 followers. You watch.
Probably.
Right.
Be instantly demonetized.
Right? Joe, is that all your real hair, or is that wig accentuated?
It is wig so it's extensions.
Okay.
But it made me miss my long hair. Oh, now I want my hair to grow faster.
So you're on your way back.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks great.
Thank you. It's really big. So I'm wearing probably 7 pieces of hair.
Okay. How gauge the comfort of the helm for me compared to Batman?
This is much more breathable because the Batman suit is 2 suits together and then armor in between the 2 suits.
Oof.
Where this is all leather. So this is 2 suits together and then urethane here, and the cowl is urethane, and then this is like vinyl leather and leather boots.
Okay.
Whereas this is just leather and an undersuit. And so the helmet is 3D printed.
Is it hard to get leather to look that golden shiny?
Yes.
Because it looks incredible.
Thank you. I did not do it. So I have a leather worker. Actually, he's a leather master. He researched how to make leather basically metallic, shiny, and reflective. So
Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I've never done this before. And so I was like, well, let's do it. I'll pay you and you can make it.
A couple of nights ago, I was looking to put together the promo stuff for this.
Yeah.
And I asked you, hey, give me a couple of photos that you wouldn't mind using for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And you sent me this one and one other one. And I was really blown away by them because the costume is incredible. And then on top of that, just the actual photo of you in the costume is like, I'm just sitting there going, wow, this is really Joe Colton leveling up with this stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think that's me. Like, it's really hot at this point. This is like noon. And I don't know how I am, like, I'm just sweating. It's gross. Like,
And they asked you to move some camera equipment, obviously, or
no, I got up on, so the Batman shoot was at the same location. So I'm up on a, like, sort of like a podium part in a corner, and there's guys holding the lasso and me pulling the lasso. And I'm just sweating.
So this is driving me nuts. But you see on the screen there where it says stop sharing and it's a button.
Yeah.
Next to that, it says hide. You hit hide.
Okay.
Thank you. Ah,
Sorry.
this is why we show up early.
now I kind of miss it now. Can you bring it back?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know.
Fine.
All right. So then this is my Cruella. I got a bigger wig. It's insane. This one is more comfortable, less comfortable than Batman.
Wow. And you can't fight nearly as much crime.
No. But she's yeah, it's insane. Like
It's a great costume though.
Great. Can you move in that at all, or is it
so
prohibitive?
I have to, so there's like a ton of tulle down here. So I literally lift it up to here and I look like, what did Wes said? Like I look like a lollipop, basically. Here, I'm holding like all this white tulle that's like under here. And then it's just a red top with a red and black wig. He's like, you look crazy. So
when were you wearing this one?
This one I wore, oh my God, on Friday afternoon.
Okay. So we're 3 costumes in and the convention hasn't actually started yet.
Yeah. No, the convention did start. It's on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I figured Friday evening it would get going. Mustache game on point.
Those are also hair extensions.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
They are nose hair extensions, but okay.
There we go. There we go.
I just wanted to show you guys. So this freaked out the photographers because I was wearing a mask and they were like, okay, stand back here. You can take the mask off. And I did. And they like lost it because they didn't expect me.
I mean, even if you know who this is, it's still a little striking.
Yes. So, and then after a while, they were just like, please, oh, what happened? Please take the mustache off.
Well, you can't be Omni-Man without the mustache.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. See? Now
See,
the heart that I want.
That just looks like cool superhero or supervillain, right?
Right.
which is fine, but it's not Omni-Man anymore, right? It's like if you shaved J. Jonah Jameson's mustache.
Right.
I don't know who he is anymore. Like, come on.
Matthew Comstock says it's Ted Lasso.
Oh, not bad.
It's just crazy. I'm actually trying to find a photo of
season 2 of Invincible. It's going to be awkward. Nolan was busy in the off season. We'll just say that.
He had some work done. He had a lot of work done.
Vitral might undergo a change at a certain age.
Right?
Yes. All right. I will have to, I think I found it. Okay. So then this is me as a Ghostbuster.
All right.
But I have to show you a photo that I haven't. Hold on. How do I stop sharing? How does this work? Oh, it's fine. You guys can just see. It's fine. Where is it? He's just going to watch me like click around.
Does being a Ghostbuster involve having terrible bangs?
Yes.
All right.
Let me play Facebook internet guy. That's not a Ghostbuster. Ghostbusters are dudes.
Right. Now, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes. Zoom in a little bit.
I don't know if I can. I can't. Hold on. I have to save the photo.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Is that my friend Margaret?
It is Margaret.
Does anyone call her Margaret ever?
Margaret the Mad Woman?
No, they don't.
Okay.
I call her that when I'm like trying to be funny, and she'll call me my full name.
Joseph?
Yes.
Right.
So we did this as a joke. Her boyfriend dislikes this movie.
And he's the only one, really.
Yes.
And so she and I had this is the longest costume I've ever worked on as a joke costume. It took us a year to put this all together.
But the gear can be kind of challenging, so I get you on that.
Yes. So the back of that is she did have it. Damn it, Margaret. So the back is like I'm wearing the toy and she is wearing this blow up thing that comes with my costume. And it's got a sticker on it of what the pack looks like.
Hey, Mark, you'll like this comment. That's not a ghost.
Hey,
On the clearance aisle at Walmart.
It's funny because it's true.
So he did not expect us. So on, I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday night, we showed up wearing these ridiculous costumes. And it went as well as you think it went.
Now I haven't seen this movie, but I'm familiar with it. Is she playing? Yeah. Is she cosplaying as Melissa McCarthy?
She is.
So this marks that this is Seminal Moments. The first time I've ever laughed at anything Melissa McCarthy related ever.
Yes, I don't like her either, but she was really funny in this movie. So like this is what we look like. This is like the most ridiculous thing.
You're both hams.
I gotta say, inflatable backpack must be great for a con, right? Saves your shoulders.
Sure. Yep. We were trying to figure out how it even went on.
And what did Maggie's boyfriend think when you did the big reveal?
He just looked stunned and was like, "What the bleep?"
Yeah. A reminder that, of course, we do have the swear jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sponsored by all the cool stuff. So be sure to visit our coffee page and help Joe Colton get out of swear purgatory today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I will show you guys this one. This is my Thursday night bunny because it's the bunny hutch, and I did Wanda.
What's the bunny hutch?
It's a party, basically. Like Hugh Hefner, old school, like Playboy bunnies, and then you either make your outfit or you put together an outfit. And so I wanted to make a shiny gold Wonder Woman bunny, but the fabric wasn't working, so we came up with this last minute. And so I had the headpiece and the bunny stuff, and then my friend Sandy let me use her light up wrist thingy majiggies. So
Scarlet Bunny totally works.
Yeah, so Scarlet Witch Bunny. Yep.
Was Wes the matching bunny vision?
No, he didn't do any bunny. So there's my.
Did he throw on a smoking jacket at least?
No.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he. So we kind of separated that night because Maggie was in a robe, and her shtick was that she had killed all 4 husbands and was looking for a 5th one. And I can only imagine your faces. But it was so everybody has like a little story. This girl did like an F-16 and she wanted to be the plane itself as a bunny, and it was cool. Like people do different things. I just did something very simple. But he didn't really want to partake in festivities too much because we were already near a lot of people, and he's not into the bunny hutch party, so he kind of just hung out with a bunch of photographers and friends and like in our room, and everyone was very safe and distant. So Maggie and I went out and did the bunny hutch stuff.
Okay. So moving on to Saturday then.
Yes, this is what I wore Saturday night again.
All right. So Batman got part 2.
Yes. In the morning, I wore my golden armor through a 2-mile parade.
Yes, I saw some pictures of that.
Yes.
I hope, were you being carried on a throne?
No.
By a bunch of shirtless guys, I hope?
No. No, just it was me as the girls vote. So I wore my training at at a shoot for just Amazons, and they all voted that I needed to do my golden armor in the parade instead of just the training outfit for Diana. And I was like, I'm going to die. So Maggie died because her insoles slipped to the front of her shoe for 2 miles. Yeah, so she didn't even stop. She just kept going out of sheer hatred.
Right.
But it was like 2 miles in like Atlanta heat. And we got on the news and we got on TV. And the newspaper picked us up. And then they picked up the guys behind us were the Spartans. And as you can imagine, they are dressed exactly how they were in 300 for the movie. So it's good. Sunday I did a female Loki, but I haven't gotten any pictures from that. I did a live stream wearing what I was wearing, but it was like I made a dress in like 2 days.
Did you look like the female Loki from the show, or did you look like a female version of Tom Hiddleston?
I looked,
if that makes sense.
Yes, I looked like I did a variation of the female Loki, but in a dress.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So then we're rolling on to Sunday. Do we have any other pictures?
No, that's it.
All right, that's it for pictures. You said you had video?
I did a live stream like at the party in my Loki.
Okay.
I went to a Doctor Who party.
So if we
Who?
if someone watching this is interested in seeing the scene that you were in, where would we find that?
On Instagram, Joe Colton Cosplay.
Okay. So I do have a question in regards to your run at DragonCon here.
Yes. Oh God, it's terrifying.
What is
I
this?
got stuck in my shoe.
What is this?
Do you have the next photo?
I do not.
Okay. So in my Cruella, so do you see the shoe that Maggie's holding? So
Oh,
Wes,
thank God. I didn't see the shoe. I thought we were looking at something else altogether.
so Wes suggested I wear like really crazy shoes, and I was like,
Why?
no,
Why would he do that?
because he's like, well, she's like a fashionista, right? Like you're a fashionista, you should wear fashionista shoes. And I was like, I don't have the shoe that she wears in the movie. And he was like, in this closet, you don't have shoes? And so I was like, fine. So I picked a shoe that was tall enough, like the shoes that I was going to wear. So 6 inches later,
If I had a nickel again.
All right.
So this is what happened.
Later.
I got stuck in the shoe. The zipper got, so the leather on the inside of a shoe, of female shoe, like there was a zipper on the heel and the leather got stuck. And so I was like, Maggie, I need you to get me out of this. And so I just, at one point she's like, I can't see from all of the tulle. And so she was like, can you turn? And as I turned, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to face plant onto the bed. And she's like, I might need to cut off your foot or the shoe.
Or the shoe.
How connected are you to the shoe? And I was like, oh my God, just get my foot out. So at some point, she's like wrangling my foot, and my foot, the front part of my foot comes out of the toe part of the shoe. And so then I'm just stuck on my ankle. And so eventually she got me out. But I didn't wear the shoes again on Saturday.
I need to put this up again so we can read it correctly. Oh my.
Right? Yeah. Not to disagree with the wrist lock, because he usually has really good ideas, but aren't Cruella's feet completely obscured by the dress?
Yes.
So you could have been wearing moon boots and nobody would have known.
So hold on, let me show you what I ended up wearing.
Oh, I scared the girls off again.
And Rob with the deadpan line of the night. She was very connected to the shoe. That was the problem.
Right?
So I ended up wearing the shoes I wore with my Golden Wonder Woman, which are these. No one sees my feet.
Yeah.
Look, why are you arguing with us? That was Mark's whole point.
Yeah, no, Joe, there's some value here beyond the story. You save this photo, and when you get the creepy message from Losertown where the guy says, I don't know if you've done any boudoir photography, you're like, yeah, check this out. Hot, right?
Where I look completely terrified.
I think we have our next guilty pleasures photo right here.
Yep.
Oh no, don't do it.
Oh, I think it's already. Think you just know it's going to happen.
Are you doing the music? Oh, okay, good.
No. I'm just saying for next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
I'll send you the one where my foot's in the air. Like she's just pulling.
So, Joe Colton, if I were to suddenly get into cosplay,
yeah,
what would you? How would you, out of 10? What would you rate DragonCon as a yearly experience?
Like 30.
30 out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Would attend
You
again.
don't even have to be in costume. Like you could just go. Like I've gone to panels where it was like you just talk to people from like NASA and like scientists, and
I'd have to wear a lab coat.
Actors, and like actors come out like from behind the tables and like at night, and they go to the bar and they roam the hallways and stuff, and people like leave them alone. Obviously you get pictures with them if they want, but like you can just have conversations with like anybody.
It was just, everybody in the cooking panel was dressed as Alton Brown. So anyways, so big thumbs up from DragonCon. Thank you for filling time in a ridiculously slow news week.
I have to say 90% of the attendees at DragonCon were vaccinated, which is more than the state of Georgia.
Oh well, yeah, that's not hard.
So Georgia's overall vaccination rate really spiked once all these out-of-towners came in.
They're at like 40% almost.
Way to go, Georgia.
Yeah, go Georgia.
So what do you say we move on from DragonCon recap and get a little bit of news?
Oh, yeah.
There is some, God forbid.
Yes.
Right? Weird. That's not it.
So I don't get to hear about Wes's surviving rivet thumb panel at DragonCon?
We didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
So first news item. And as soon as I get my rundown pulled up here.
Blank screen!
No, it's not a blank screen. It's got borders. Kotobukiya revealed its first official images of the Don Moreno statue.
Oh, no.
Ding.
Yeah, at least she doesn't have red shoes.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
On September 6th, Kotobukiya revealed many images of its upcoming Don Moreno Snake Eyes 2 statue. Sculpted in a 1/7 scale, it's based on the character who assumed the mantle of Snake Eyes after the death of the original in IDW's current G.I. Joe Real American Hero, written by Larry Hama.
Oh my God.
Statue is available for pre-order now on any number of collectible sites for $129.99, give or take, and delivery is expected in April 2022.
Can I just say that the back looks better than the front? Because as a woman, nobody's breasts look like water balloons with that's fucking Lego block in the middle.
I'm just gonna say, because I don't have any experience, obviously, with this sort of personal anatomy, but I think even if you jammed a license plate straight down the middle there, they wouldn't sit like that, right?
Yeah.
See, Joe's helping us out.
I can't. Oh
I'm so mad at this item because it's the first one for Dawn, right?
It looks so
dumb. But it is not that far off, right? Because it is Kotobukiya, so it's Bishoju. It's supposed to be kind of cheesecakey, so that's you're in. If you're gonna even consider a Bishoju statue, it's gonna be something like this. It's pretty close. They fixed the feet, but the front is just so comical. And then, like, is there a $150 version that comes with something for that empty holster on her right thigh? Right? She forgot the flare gun or whatever's supposed to go there? Like,
Yeah, it just really the first point you made is really what bothers me the most, and that this is an
The back looks
important
better?
character. No, this is an important character. It's a pivotal figure
Yeah.
in modern comic book, and this is the first representation that she's got in 3 dimensions. It's not a figure. It's not a classified figure. It's not a retro line figure. It's a cheesecake statue, and that just doesn't sit right with me. Like if you're in on this line, you're in on this statue. It's fine for what it is, but it
Like
leaves
her head is fine. Like
Mhm.
everything is fine. Why couldn't we get the chest right? Like
that
even
weird
if
line
she's
of thing
sexy,
is-
because she's going to be overly sexy, right? Like,
Right.
That's what you get with this line. Why does she look like she has sagging water balloons?
like
And
I
she's
Lego in the middle. Like, why?
I can't even get to that point because I hate that this is the first one. This is the first
Oh, you can't even like
one.
have that discussion.
I can't even judge it on its own merits or fault because
right.
I'm annoyed that this is the first time
Yeah.
we're getting a physical Dawn Moreno anything, and it's sexy time statue. It just bothers me.
And why is she, even though I know it's got bullet holes and stuff in it, but why is she on a Cobra base, right? It makes less sense to have to story tell, oh, it's all shot up, so it's like she was mad at it, right? No. No.
For a property that has had strong women far longer than it's been fashionable to have strong women
Yep.
in big roles. Like this is maybe the strongest and biggest role that they have in the entire property. And this is what's being done with it right out of the gate. Okay. Sure. Great.
So great.
Moving on. Next news item. Hey! Good news from the After Action Report.
Woo!
Yep.
It is on its way. Roger Taft, the co-author of After Action Report, who we spoke to way back in October on episode 138, reported on Facebook that copies of this book are in hand and that he and co-author Josh Eggebeen will be preparing shipments starting this weekend. After Action Report is the comprehensive issue guide to G.I. Joe comic books from Marvel, Devil's Due, and IDW, who successfully kickstarted last fall. Be sure to follow After Action Report on Facebook for more details and updates. Anybody get in on this one?
I did not, but I'm regretting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to. It came up right after we had moved back, and so I was just not financially able to at that particular moment. I am hoping that they either have more than what is anticipated on the first run that they're selling, or they're going to do a reprint run or something like that. I'm hoping. So that's why I'm staying tuned to the Facebook page, because I really wanted to get a hold of this and I was not able to. So I'm hoping that there is an opportunity.
People could have this in their hot little hands before Roadblock shoots Spirit.
Right?
Right? And I do want to give credit to, it's a small detail, but right above Duke's head, you can see the right-handedness of Scarlet.
Oh, my God.
So I'm digging that.
Oh,
good job, boys.
Mute his microphone.
I'm digging it.
Oh,
attention to detail, baby.
That is a cover by classic Joe artist Rod Wiggum, by the way. So if anybody's going to know, Rod Wiggum's going to know.
There you go.
So next news item. More good news for Kickstarter backers. Ooh, look, coming soon. I forgot I had an animation in there. Ooh.
Nice.
But Action Force The Battle Years is on its way to the printer soon. Similarly, Patty Lennon, co-author of Action Force The Battle Years, announced this week that he and co-author Brian Hickey are reviewing proof pages before sending their project off to the printer and should finish that job before the end of September. Action Force The Battle Years covers the history of Palitoy's Action Force line in the UK before it was reworked into G.I. Joe. And this project was successfully kickstarted earlier this year. We talked to them back on episode 168 in May. Joe Colton was not present for that episode because she's not around very often.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey, with the con season.
It's a shot.
It wasn't con season. That was the one that we did like 2 p.m. because those guys are in Ireland.
That's right.
Oh, that's when I was working.
Yeah, you have like a job and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a job.
That's a downer.
Job.
You find that really cuts into your schedule?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Sometimes. But it pays the bills. So, like, I have a house.
Yeah, it's good too. And a train.
And train. That's still there, by the way.
That train set must be huge. I can't wait to come visit. Ride around on it in the backyard.
She got the skills to pay the bills.
That's what I'm talking about. By the way, this was another one that I didn't get in on because funds were tight, but funds opened up a little bit.
Oh.
And so I reached out to the boys and they're like, yeah, we'll get you in, Webb. So bam, I'm in.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Can't wait.
There you go. Thank you, Patty and Brian.
Yep.
Of course, it probably doesn't hurt to be getting that in the hands of a guy who used to run the brand, right?
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
The once and future king. Yeah.
The once and future Hancho.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Happened so fast you can't even talk about it. No.
But you can see very, very teasable proof pages there of some of the artwork and then some of the dioramas that Brian so expertly builds. And I'm looking forward to this one. I'm in on this one. I'm hoping that this one comes in quickly. Racktime Rob wants to add, I don't have the heart to help tell Hancho that I often put Scarlett's crossbow in her left hand because it keeps falling out of her right hand.
Yeah, maybe I need to back off on that because Scarlett's so deadly she doesn't even use the sight, right? She's like guys who no scope on Halo. So okay, fine. Still, the forward ejectable mini Derringer pistol, that's on her right wrist. Just saying.
You would think so. You would think so.
Throwing stars are on the top of her left gauntlet, right? Correct, I mean, because you would reach over with your good hand to take them off and throw them. I'm not being, people say I'm being nitpicky, and that's fine, but everybody else, I don't really care. I haven't found another example of somebody who is so clearly originally designed to have one-handedness over the other. So get it right, people.
Look, I just like saying stuff about it because it gets you all fired up.
Look, man, do it right or don't do it at all. I have standards. Just ask Elizabeth. No, there she goes. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's up the stairs.
There we go. Torpedo 83. He's got it figured out. Scarlett is ambideadly.
There you go.
Ooh.
Or do your research, folks.
Right.
Don't be a hack. There's plenty of those.
So we've got a couple of minutes here. If anybody in the live crowd has a question, by all means, get it to us over in the live chat. If you are new to our channel, welcome aboard. Whether you're watching this live or recording, do us a solid. Go ahead, subscribe down there and like the video down there. Share our video to all of your various G.I. Joe related circles. If you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or a heart or the little huggy guy. Somebody gave us a laughing guy today. We're good with that. Really, any reaction is a good reaction with Facebook videos. So that's and as Matthew Comstock rightly says, and wherever you go, plug the damn show.
That's right,
Colton. How many times you plugged the damn show in DragonCon?
I plugged it at the G.I. Joe shoot that I was running. But I didn't plug the finest. Because there were finest members there.
Here we go.
Including a very angry Raptor cosplay guy who was so sweaty.
Bart Fridge asks, can Joe do the Amazon yell she did at the parade?
Yes, but it'd probably blow the speakers. I actually had a very sore throat the next day, and I was talking with like a telephone sex talker. Like I had a raspiness. Like, no. I mean, like,
it was perfect for Batman.
Right.
Crime, I must destroy it.
Right.
Perfect for the guilty pleasure segment too. We should have synced that up.
Yeah. I was like, guys, I'm hungry. Can we get a sandwich?
Yeah, there's some discussion about 9/11 memories, and we maybe want to stay away from that one because that's. I don't want I don't want to downplay that as being not important. It's absolutely is, and I have my own memories in that regard as well. But I also don't want to. We're a GI Joe show.
Mhm.
I don't want to make light of it by getting into that sort of territory by talking about it on a silly show.
If the lead in,
thank you for asking.
Yeah,
but let's maybe just steer clear of that one.
If the lead in is me complaining about Scarlett's left-handedness,
yeah,
then where do you go after that, right? Without seeming like you're short selling it or not being respectful enough.
Yeah, we just want to be respectful of it. I'm sure it's going to come up in shout outs. It is, that is tomorrow is the 20th anniversary. So, like I said, we'll certainly cover it, but yeah, it's maybe not a live stream discussion for our kind of show. And again, I appreciate that you're comfortable enough here that even is a question that you would ask. We do. Mm-hmm. We absolutely love that. But thank you for asking. But maybe we should let that one go.
Joe, I'll ask you a question from at DragonCon, because you were all over that convention for all 5 days. What was the show-stopping, jaw-dropping, unbelievable costume you saw there? Was there one that was just, I can't believe they did that, or I've never seen it done that well before, or
there were a ton of Lokis. Yeah, they were like there was a Thor and a Loki that the guy had built the Loki, like all 3D printed with armor, but he was enormous. Like he was probably 6'5".
Okay.
And just massive. And he had the costume that was from Dark World. And it was like lit up everywhere. And then the Thor was like 6'6", 6'7". And also he had the Endgame costume, and that lit up. So them together, it was like it was just two gigantic guys. But it wasn't like other years. Like there was a Thanos Lee Hurley did like 2 years ago. That was incredible. There wasn't anything like that. Everyone, I think, just wanted to go and bring whatever they had been able to make during COVID.
Okay.
So
that's pretty smart of the Loki guy to choose the Dark World costume, because nobody's going to nitpick a costume from a movie they didn't see.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's that one from?" He's like, "Dark World." I was like, "Oh, I didn't watch that."
Right. I'm gonna wear a hefty bag and be like, "I'm Malekith, the Dark Elf," and people will be like, "That's pretty good, dude."
Great. High five to you.
Right?
the Dark Elf. Wow. So there's a question. Hey, Joes, why don't you talk about this G.I. Joe shoot that you put together that you didn't talk about?
So I do this every year. So at DragonCon, there isn't like exclusivity where it's just like the 501st, which is the Star Wars, or like the Rebel Legion, which is like the Rebellion, or just the Finest. It's everybody. It's open to everybody. So the photo shoot welcomes all Joes and Cobras, and so we had a Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, which is usually like very hot, but this year wasn't. And we had several Baronesses, several Cobra Commanders, a Scarlet, a Cover Girl, Shipwreck, Sergeant Slaughter, and then we had the Sunbow Cobra Troopers, like the pajama looking ones, not the. And so there was 5 of them, and they were running around. It was amazing. And later on that day, they had found William, and they were like, we're we're gonna go after those Cobra Kai guys and take our name back. And they were all in like Cobra geese. It was like really cute. So
So there you go.
yes.
Not only GI Joe costumes, but guys who stole the show in GI Joe costumes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's a mind bender. Like we've got like a ton of guys. I wonder if I can find a picture. I did find the picture that of Maggie. Hold on. You did not. Oh, not that. Share screen. Look at all this. I'm
Rob
pushing buttons.
Did they capture William in his Duke outfit? I would say yes, and they inflicted head trauma.
No. He jumped over them.
He wasn't. He actually didn't bring a GI Joe costume. So there's Maggie pulling my foot out. How did you not get this photo?
I like that you didn't say pulling my shoe off. You said pulling my foot out.
Not because she looked like I'm
The
still
shoe is
stuck in
already
it,
off.
but like this was the most painful part where she's like trying to rip my foot off.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's progress.
Yeah, like I'm still stuck in it.
Yeah, it still has you. That shoe's wearing you.
Yeah. Yep. It's ridiculous.
I got a picture of Maggie from the parade.
Did you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, with her insole all jammed up by her toes. There she is. Yeah.
That's wrong.
Totally not happy.
That is so not good.
I'm going to tell Elizabeth she finally made the podcast.
So, Joe Colton, while you are doing your wrap up here, why don't you give us shout outs from your week at DragonCon?
So my shout outs are to all the photographers that took the time out of their day and were outside nonstop for like 12 hours shooting everybody they could. They were actually so it's a volunteer for the photographers, and they were totally understaffed. They could not keep up with the amount of people like that needed pictures. And then the caravan and also my roommates and my husband, and then Maggie's boyfriend and his friend Kevin, who apparently I'm not allowed to steal and use as a dwarf for my Snow White, but I will, and it'll be fine because he's agreed.
If he's in, then that's all that matters.
Right. And then I do want to have people take a look at something. It's a 9/11 documentary that a friend of mine worked on. Her name is Faye Dorsey. It's called No Responders Left Behind. It's from the recent, I guess, 9/11 commission where first responders were fighting for healthcare basically and to be taken care of. And the lead guy had died before the documentary had been released, and also before Congress had made their decision. But it is a absolutely heartbreaking documentary. But it also is something that you can watch and remember, but also like understand the repercussions and the effects that are decades old of what happened on that day. So it's not just what happened that day, but like what people have gone through and those first responders have gone through like over a decade later. So
this is the cause that Jon Stewart has been really active with, I think, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. He went and testified. He stopped his show, being on his show to do this. So yeah, it's called No Responders Left Behind, and I highly encourage you guys to watch it. It is bring tissues, but also you get to see like the real people behind what happened, and not like some politician telling you what was. So I don't know. But I'm very proud of her. She's a photojournalist, so it was like incredible watching her come down here and like be in the courtroom and with Congress and taking pictures and video of these first responders like just standing up and fighting for their rights. So
Anybody else, Joe Colton?
The guy who made my Wonder Woman suit, and also so his name is Zombie, and the guy who made my Batman suit, which is Curtis J. Curtis Adelier. So
Zombie and Curtis.
yeah.
One of these things is not like the other.
Nope.
Neither one of them is quite like the other.
No.
If he gets, God forbid, bitten and turned undead.
You mean Curtis?
No.
Zombie's amazing. He's made all.
No,
of
I'm just saying, what would he become once he got bit? Say it.
No.
He'd be a zombie.
He'd be a zombie.
He's a zombie.
He's
Just
great.
saying.
I'm not even sure if that counts as a dad joke, but
It's getting there. It's bouncing around. It'll get you. Heads up.
That's it. I'm done. No more shout outs.
oh, that was just your DragonCon shout outs. We get regular shout outs coming up. You got anything in this week?
I did.
Hey, look at that.
Hey.
Finally arrived.
It's kind of off-white.
Yeah, like bone. The picture is white though.
Right. So is the movie.
So
But
he's actually Asian. I don't know why you're doing the race card.
love sees no color.
The
And neither do any of the accents on that figure see any color at all.
that's really the problem with that figure. I don't mind the off-whitedness. It's not as pronounced as it seemed in some of the pictures. But man, there's a lot of details, particularly on the legs, that just needed something.
His thumb is pretty wrecked on this. I know that's
You should see his big toe.
Yeah, right.
Is it a Rob Liefeld? Why does he look like that?
Anyways, but I think that might just be something for your individual figure, because either mine or Rob's has a messed up thumb.
Oh.
But
You got the hitchhiker variant.
Yeah.
Or the Elaine Bennis dancing variant. Either way.
But yeah, just it's not a bad figure. I don't want to make it sound like it's terrible, but there's really a missed opportunity to make a very good figure, and they let go by the wayside.
I think his head is more tan than the rest of him.
And just saying here and throwing shade along the way, if you were a kid and that was your first exposure to the G.I. Joe franchise, the best part of that movie is Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
So if you were to come out saying, I really want a figure, might be Storm Shadow.
Yeah.
So, shame.
Mark Weber, what'd you get in?
Oh, it was a good week. So I got some little stuff, so I'll have to show it off in front of the paper. So we're getting some of our missing accessories here. That's
very nice.
Grenadier
sword, yes.
Grenadier sword, unbroken. That's good. The Uzis are not real rare, but I needed one or two, so I got one of those.
Look at you at the index cards. Look at you solving your problem from last week.
Right. This one is for a future Lazy Bastard custom. That's an eel. That's an eel waist.
Okay.
Eel version 3, actually. But there's a guy who's got like Superman red underwear in the middle of a really good figure, and I want to fix that one part. It's the only thing that's wrong with this really good figure. So figure that one out if you want. And then the cherry on the sundae. Now, this is for me like when they pointed out, somebody online pointed out a couple years ago that in the original G.I. Joe headquarters, there's actually indents to put like the flak cannon. And I never knew that. And because I always did Vamp and Mobat in my vehicle stalls in the headquarters as a kid, I never bothered with anything else. So I didn't know that. And similarly, this little jammy here, right?
Ooh,
Big fan of this thing. But I never even thought about as a kid that by making it so absolutely vertical in the back, right? That if you buy two, you can set them up back to back and make an entire bunker. I never ever thought of that. I mean, maybe I'm the lone idiot in the collecting verse who never figured that out. But I had one of these as a kid, and I dug it, and I was totally happy with it. Never once considered buying a second to complete the outpost, which I would have done. They were only like, what, $6? Like, I would have been in had I thought about it. But there's nothing, and this came with the blueprints. There's nothing in there that says, hey, kids, buy two and set them up together. So there's a bit that says, look, if this falls apart, it's because it's supposed to. But nothing on the backside saying, hey, kids, buy two and put them together.
You could throw missiles at this and it'll bust up.
See? So anyway, I got to dig out my old one to complete the set. But the coolest part I didn't seek it out. It just was the one I happened to buy. It came with the catalog, right? And the catalog was always the best part of the year for me as a young Joe collector. The first figure was cool because you saw all the figures that were coming out. But man, the first catalog and this one, I mean, this is
86 is a big one.
I mean, dude, we would look at this and try to figure out what was the Christmas present and what was, this is the first one I ever looked at that had something on it that I went, I'll never have the flag. I'll never have that. Immediately.
That's the 86. The flag would have been in the 85.
Okay, but it's still on here, I think.
Yeah, it's still going to be there.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't the first time I saw the flag, but
that was the first one that there would have been two of those things because I looked at the flag and said nope, never, and then I probably would have looked at the Terradrome and been like nope, never.
Yeah, the drone was definitely going to be a long shot, and I didn't get the drone until I think the following year maybe, and that was the only time ever as a kid that I'd saved for it with my own money that I got to go to Toys R Us and point and pull the ticket for the items that were way up high and go up front, pay for the ticket and drive around to the loading dock and they would bring it out to you. Right. That was like
never that Terradrome.
I felt like Richie Rich, man. Like here I am sipping caviar or eating caviar and sipping champagne while they bring out my Terradrome. So that was it. That was a good week. And the catalog was the best part of the whole thing. Just cool.
I did actually get a Terradrome later. I got a beater one in a lot that I bought. And it's a beast.
Yeah. The Terradrome is one of the few boxes I still have. And I didn't save boxes, but it was the best way to store it was to keep it in its box. Yeah. And so it's all still in there. Like I played with it. I took it out, but it's easy enough to disassemble and put back in the box. So that's one of the lone vintage boxes I have downstairs simply for storage use. So that was my week. Good week.
All right. I just got the Storm Shadow. That's what I got. So that's my. I had more of a week where I sent stuff out. So
ooh, I like that.
Oh.
So the Honcho has a package coming soon.
That's what I'm talking about.
And our guest from last week, Ryan Costello, has a package coming soon.
Ooh.
We got other people with packages going out soon. It's crazy. I can't give it all away. But
Crazy Mike is slashing prices. Everything must go.
I mean, not everything, but
no, not Beachhead.
So,
Not Beachhead.
Joe Colton, do we have any non-DragonCon shout-outs?
Yeah. So I did the Faye Dorsey one. Yeah, that's it. I think I'll just stick with the 9/11 responders.
All right. Mark Weber, shout-outs.
To my my probably best friend in radio, Larry Gatos, who's still on the air out in Arizona. It's his birthday today. So to Larry Gatos, aka Goose, happy birthday. And a friend of mine from high school, another redhead, so we like that. Jackie Davis, who's fighting her way through COVID back in Bend, Oregon. So we want to give a shout out to Jackie and say best wishes and keep up the fight, and we'll hope for a good update soon.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. And I got, of course, our sponsors at Kokomo Toys, bringing us to you every week. And, certainly advertising the heck out of us and plugging the damn show at every opportunity. We'll sing the theme song for them. Kokomo
Kokomo Toys.
Kokomo Toys.
Kokomo Toys.
Give a shout to Racktime Rob, the fourth man and unsung hero of the GI or the What's on Joe Mind team.
Oli.
Give a shout out to Joe Colton. Give a shout out to Mark the Honcho Weber.
Give a shout out to my Mike Irizarry cosplay shirt.
About to say you were showing that off before, and then Joe Colton got heavy on us, so we had to undo it.
Right.
But I go old school on my logos.
Yeah.
Old school.
Now it's my Booker T shirt because I'm a five-time champion.
You're just gonna sit around and just stare at your hand like this,
right? And then do a Weber-Rooney. It's gonna be great.
Want to give a shout out to, you'll see their names come up in the credits, but I want to give a shout out to our first 2 monthly Ko-fi subscribers.
Yay!
Pete Wagner, the fourth, was our first. Doug Dello was our second. So thank you to you guys for making a monthly financial commitment to the show. Now we feel like we have to put out product all the time.
Yes.
Thanks.
Now we got to step our game up.
Right? Now we can't be a 2-bit slime show. We have to be we have to step up to maybe just a little bit of slime.
3-bit time.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get all the slime out. I think there's always going to be a little bit of slime. And as was alluded to before, tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So whatever you do to observe that just awful day, I hope you find the time to do that, because you certainly should. If you're around for it, and I'm thinking that everybody who watches this show, the youngest is probably 35 years old, so I'm guessing everybody was around for it. Just spare a few moments out of your day, regardless of what you got going on, and just give thanks for what you have, and think about what those folks lost.
If you have a cop or a firefighter in your circle, here's a and trust me, I'm not going anywhere unsafe with this. Here's a joke that'll make either cops or firefighters crack up. Just change it depending on who you're talking to. Go up to a firefighter and say, "What do all cops and firefighters have in common?" And they'll say, "I don't know." And they'll say, "They all wanted to be firefighters when they grew up." Bam! Firefighter cracks up. If it's a cop, flip it. They all wanted to be cops when they grew up. Bam! Cop cracks up. So there you go. Simple, maneuverable, and always gets a grin from guys and gals we respect like crazy. So there you go. I have armed you with comedy. Now go out and be funny.
Mark Weber's Big Book of Civil Service Humor, out this Christmas.
That's page 1.
At finer booksellers everywhere.
Yeah. Go do it. When the guy has you pulled over and he comes up and he goes, "You know why I pulled you over?" You say, "You know what all cops and firefighters had in common? They all wanted to be cops when they grew up."
But that'll about do it for this week. Thanks so much for joining us. Remember, if you're new to our channel, please give us a subscribe, like our video, share it wherever you may go. We really just need a couple of clicks out of you to help spread the word. We're doing great. We've got some real momentum going. So please help us keep it rolling. If you're on Facebook, just be sure to like our video. And again, share our video wherever you feel that you need to talk G.I. Joe, because it's what we do every week. We talk G.I. Joe. It's a good time. But for my co-hosts, go ahead, Mark.
If they spread it everywhere, is that technically a fandemic? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And while we're talking fandemics, let's go ahead and do our best to end this pandemic. Get yourself vaccinated. Wear your mask when you're out in large crowds. Maintain some social distancing. Just be smart and be safe. And hopefully we will just get to the end of this. It's not slowing down. We are in a bad spot now as we were at this time last year. We need to cut that out. So for my co-hosts, Joe Colton, and for Mark Weber, I'm Mike Irizarry. You guys have a great rest of the evening. Enjoy your weekend. And yo, Joe.
Beer.